Good morning. Happy Saturday, friends. Yeah, sorry for the delay if you were waiting. It's having a little computer malfunction this morning. But we're here and we're on. All right. Hello. I'm letting people join. Sorry, adjusting that. Cool. So the flow that I've got for you guys this morning is a very whole body flow. We're going to get into the hips. We're going to get into the hamstrings. We're going to work into some extensions, a tiny bit of twisting. So it should feel really good and pretty, kind of get into everything. We're going to play with some fun crow transitions. So if you want to explore that, just be ready for that. If you don't have to. Okay, so we have some Instagrammers joining. Good morning, good morning. Hi, Jessica. Hi, Colleen. Hi, Robin. Hi, Olivia. Okay, when you're ready, come to a comfortable seat, shins or sits bones on the mat, whichever you prefer. And then from your comfortable seat, either just keep a soft gaze, or if it feels right, close the eyes completely. And then you can leave your hands wherever you feel comfortable, or maybe bring one hand over your heart and one hand over your belly. And then imagine your breath like a wave. Draw your inhales in through your nose. Feel the belly rise with air, and then exhale, press the breath back out. Big breaths in. Fill the belly, big breaths out, compress the belly back in. Inhaling and exhaling, finding a rhythm to your breath. Seeing if you can use this to calm your mind, to calm the body, to maybe just tune inwards in this time of a little bit of chaos in the world, or a lot. And maybe if nothing else, you could bring this breath back with you off of the mat today and use it for any situation that might arise. Deep inhales through the nose into the belly, deep exhales, pressing the belly back in and drawing the breath back out through the nose. And then maybe adding a rhythm to it, seeing if you can count to 6 on the inhale and 6 on the exhale. Two or three more rounds here, just breathing softly. Connecting to yourself this morning. Connecting to others practicing near and far with us this morning. Sending energy out to those who need it. And then once you're ready, release your hands down by your sides. And just give your wrists a little roll here. And then draw your arms up over your head. Take your left fingers around your right wrist and just pull your right fingers up towards the ceiling and then gently over towards the left side of the room. Just giving your side body a little love. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Come back through center. Switch the grip, right fingers around left wrist, and then pull the left fingers up and towards the ceiling, and then up and over towards the right side. Maybe take your gaze out under your left armpit. Find the stretch. Come back in through center, both hands reach up to the sky, and then bring your hands towards tabletop pose. So from here, an invitation to take some cat-cows or whatever movements, maybe just undulating the spine or rolling through child's pose, whatever you need. We're going to meet in downward facing dog. And if that feels like where you want to be more quickly, you can get there more quickly. If you need another 3 or so rounds of breath, so just move and feel into your body. Just notice what's talking to you this morning. Then do that. Taking a few more breaths to get to your dog if you're not already there. Maybe taking another breath or two, moving, doing whatever you need. And then gently starting to make your way into downward facing dog. Arriving there and just noticing how the back body is feeling. Begin to press down into the palms, spread the fingers nice and wide. And then bend your right knee and lower it down towards your mat. And then begin to straighten and bend the left. So we're just gonna work the legs a little bit here. We're gonna alternate bending one and then the other knee. Just noticing how the hamstring, maybe the calf muscles, start to feel a little more sensation as we move. You can go as fast or as slow as you would like. Maybe go a little quicker if you want to build a little heat in the legs. Find a pace that works. We're here for 5. Whatever you need here for 4, working into the hamstrings and the calf for 3, 2, 1. Find downward facing dog. Hold it here for the breath in. And then begin to find squatted dog. Bend your knees, press your belly towards the thighs. We're going to walk our feet to the top of the mat. On the inhale, find a halfway lift. Lengthen your spine, maybe hands to shins. And full release back down. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Rise up, Vinyasa. And then take your right fingertips around your left wrist, pull up, and then over towards the right. Come back through center, switch the grip. Pull the right fingertips up and over towards the left. Come back through center, inhale. Release into your forward fold, exhale. On your in-breath, find your halfway lift. And then walk yourself back to plank pose. Take a big breath here in your plank. And a big breath out. Inhale, lift your hips up, downward facing dog. Find a big breath in. And then squatted dog, bend the knees. This time, begin to walk your fingertips towards the back of the mat. And find a forward fold, releasing over the legs. Take a big breath in, find your halfway lift. Hands can come onto the shins, or maybe blocks or the mat. And then fold, release it down. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Find the breath. And this time, root down through your right foot. Take your left foot and cross it behind your right. So now you have your ankles crossed. And then from here, take your right fingers around your left wrist and just gently find that side body stretch. See if you can keep firmly rooting into both feet. Take an inhale. Come back through center. Unwind the left leg. Switch the feet and then switch the grip of the arms. Reach your right fingertips high and then press yourself up and over towards the left. Take another deep breath and press into both feet. And breath out, come back through center. Unravel the legs. Reach the fingertips high. Forward fold, soften. Inhale, find a halfway lift. And then walk yourself back out into plank pose at the top of the mat. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Inhale, lift your hips high, downward facing. All right, find your breath here. Settle into the back body. See if you can take those deep breaths in and out through the nose. If you've lost that rhythm, see if you can find it once again. Clearing out anything you need to clear out. If you're in stillness in your dog, stay in stillness. If you're moving, find your way to stillness. Take one more breath. Stay for the exhale. On an inhale, begin to reach your left foot high to the sky. So left leg. And then pull your left knee in towards your belly to keep your hips high. And then inhale, extend your left leg back behind you. Exhale, pull left knee into belly. One more inhale, extend. This time, pull it in towards the belly and then shift all the way forward into a plank shape, knee in towards nose. Hover the left shin over the mat and then pull it back up. 2 more times, hover it down. Pull it back up. 1 more time, hover. Pull it up. This time, release the left shin all the way down to the mat and step your right foot through your hands. So now you're in a low lunge on your right leg. Sweep your fingertips either on top of your right thigh or reach them up and overhead. Find what works for you here. Pause and hold, and then start to bring your right fingers around your left wrist and give your side body a little love. Really feeling into that left hip, into the hip flexor. Deep breath in. Breath out, come through center. Shift your hips back towards your left heel as you lengthen your right leg. Half Hanumanasana, half split. Find the breath here. Draw your left hip forward, right hip back, and lengthen through the spine. Deep breath in. Breath out, fold a little deeper. On your next inhale, walk your fingers forward, bend into the right knee, and then take both hands to the inside of the right foot. Tuck your left toes, lift your left knee, find a nice active lizard. See if you can press through the top of the left thigh to make space across the top of the leg. And then draw the left hip forward, deep breath in. Breath out. On your next inhale, you're going to walk your fingertips over towards the left, and then spin your right toes so that they face the sky. We're going to come into Skandasana, low side lunge at the back of the mat. So we're bending into the left knee. Our right leg is nice and long, and we're lifting through our heart as we press down into that left foot. Take another full inhale here. Heel the back of the right leg, lengthening, feel the hip. Full exhale. We're going to walk the hands back down to the mat, and then start to lengthen both legs. Turn your toes in, heels out, wide bending forward fold. 2 big breaths. Feel release in the backs of the legs. See if you can draw the hips a little higher. 1 more big breath. On your next inhale, find your halfway lift, and then walk your hands to the top of the mat, low lunge. Plant down through the palms, and then really press them into the mat as you draw your right knee back and towards the chest. Pause, hold for the breath in. Extend your right leg back. You can lower the right toes down or keep them lifted as you flow through a vinyasa of your choice. Moving to downward facing dog. Finding what works for your body this morning. And breathing in and out softly through the nose. 2 breaths. Find stillness in your dog. On your next inhale, it's your right leg high, draw it up towards the sky, and then bring your knee in towards your belly. 2 more times just like that. Lift and lengthen the right leg, and then exhale, knee to belly. Inhale, lengthen the leg. Exhale, knee to belly, and then round all the way forward until you're in that plank shape, knee to nose, and then cover the shin. 2 more times. Pick it up. And hover, pick it up, hover, draw it all the way up, and then all the way down, release it to the mat. Step the left foot through, so now you're in a low lunge on your left leg, and you can bring your hands to the top of your left thigh, or circle sweep them up and overhead. Press your pubic bone down and lengthen across your front side body. Stay here or take your left fingertips around your right wrist and pull up and over. Breathing, pausing, holding 1 more inhale. Come back through center. And then start to shift your hips back as you lengthen the left leg, half Hanumanasana. Find your half split. See if you can continue to draw that right hip forward. Just gently, energetically press the left hip back. And then draw the low belly in so you can lengthen the spine. 1 more breath here. Stay for the breath out. Take an inhale. And then bend into the left knee on the exhale. Walk both hands to the inside of the left foot. Tuck the right toes, lift the right knee. Find your active lizard. See if you can press through the top of the right thigh, so really active with the legs. Breath in. Breath out. Begin to walk your hands over to the right. Flip your left toes to face the ceiling. Your right toes come out gently, and then you bend the right knee, finding your Skandasana back of the mat. See if you can really breathe into the length of your left leg, and feel your hips dropping as your heart continues lifting. Take an inhale here, and then wide-legged forward fold. Release the hands down, turn the toes in, heels out, and belly comes down between the thighs. Holding for 2 breaths. Warming your body here. 1 more full breath. As you inhale, find a halfway lift. Walk your hands to the top of your mat, low lunge. And then press firmly into the palms and draw the left knee in towards your belly, holding 3, 2, 1. Send it back, 3-legged plank. Vinyasa of your choosing. Lower the toes or keep them lifted as you float through your vinyasa. We're meeting in downward facing dog. Skip any part that doesn't serve you. Finding breath in your body. Finding deep inhales here. And deep exhales here. One more inhale. Stay for the exhale. On a next breath in, take your left leg high to the sky. And then bring your knee in towards the belly squeeze. Inhale, extend it long. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, extend it long. Exhale, squeeze and round all the way forward into your plank. Hover the shin down and pull it up. 2 more. Hover it down. Pull it up. Last one, hover. Pull up. Release the shin all the way to the mat. Step the right foot through. From here, hands to top of thigh or circle sweep them up and overhead. Sink down into the hips. Lengthen the front side of the body. And then from here, we're going to actually just tuck our left toes on the mat. So find stability in the legs and see if you can begin to lift your left knee like 2 inches. Holding here for 3. Holding for 2. 1. Press through the ball down to the left foot. Lengthen your left leg, high press it. 2 more times. We're going to bend into the left knee and soften it down towards the mat. Hover, hold 3. Hover, hold 2. 1. Press through the ball down to the foot. Lengthen. Last time, bend into the knee, hover, hold 3, hover, hold 2, 1, right fingers around left wrist, up and over from that side body stretch. Take an inhale here, rise into high crescent lunge as you exhale, and then shift your weight into the ball of the right foot, lengthen the leg. Turn your hips to both point forward if you're not already, and scoot your back foot in. I like to bring my hands to my hips to start, and then I start to draw my part forward, pyramid pose. So we're finding a nice long spine, and we're starting to bring ourselves down towards our right leg. And that left hip keeps energetically pressing forward as the right hip presses back. Pausing, holding, breathing into the stretch. Take one more full inhale in your pyramid. Full exhale. On the next breath, we're going to bend into our right knee. We're going to walk our fingers forward in front of our right foot and float our left toes. So now you're in a nice supported warrior 3. And you're really working to get that left hip down in line with the right and press through the ball of the foot. Now from here, you can stay or start to reach your hands through heart center. Find your breath. Keep strong through both legs. An option to add on if you would like. Bringing your fingertips rather back down to the mat, give it a little tap. And then bring your hands through heart. Woo! Do that 2 more times when you're going for it. Fingertips down. Hand through heart. Maybe noticing and acknowledging the wobbles. 1 more time, fingertips tap down. Bring them back through your heart. Wherever you are, take a big breath in. We're going to meet in standing high knee raise. Draw the left knee in towards your belly. From here, you can stay or kick the left leg out long, holding 3, 2, 1. Take your left foot, step it down next to the right, find chair pose. Take a big breath in here, and forward fold, release down into the legs. We're going to take our left foot and place it behind our right in our fold, and see if you can press gently down into both feet. So you really get into the outer left hip and glute here. And then maybe take a little halfway lift when you inhale, and find a little more depth in your fold as you exhale. 2 breaths. 1 more breath. On your inhale, find your halfway lift, and then start to bend into the right knee, bring that knee back behind it, and lift the heel towards the seat. So you're in this nice supported Shakti squat. Maybe you begin to lift your hands through heart center and we hold. Breathing here for 3, 2, 1. Reach the left leg back behind you. Step the toes down, high crescent pose. Take a big breath in. Open up warrior 2 on the breath out. Spin the left heel down and press down through the hips. Really lengthen across the heart. On your next big breath, reach the right fingers forward, flip your palm. Reverse the warrior, take it up and back. Lengthen your right rib cage, deep breath in. Breath out, side angle pose, float the right forearm down to the thigh, or maybe slide it inside the legs, left fingertips reach up and over the left ear. Breathing here, finding your breath. Soft inhales and exhales, one more breath in, and breath out. Gaze down at your left toes. Begin to walk your right fingers forward, and then slide the left foot in towards the right as you lengthen out both legs, half moon arch Savasana. See if you can create space across your heart here. Finding a variation that works in your body. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Maybe flex through the left toes. One more inhale. As you exhale, square the hips down. Find that supported warrior 3. And then from here, cross your left ankle behind the right and find the fold. Take a breath in here and a breath out. Walk your fingers over towards the right side of your mat and see if you can continue pressing into that left hip. One more inhale and exhale. Walk your hands back through center. And then from here, bend into both knees, okay? And then see if you can plant your palms out a couple inches in front of you. And then maybe just bring the knees towards the backs of the arms. You can stay here onto the balls of the feet. Or maybe you begin to slide yourself forward and you begin to find crow pose with your ankles crossed. Or not. Do what you need to do. We're holding for 3, 2, 1. We'll meet back in our fold. So planting the right and then the left foot, walking the hands back in. Uncross the ankles. Find a halfway lift, lengthen. And Vinyasa of choice. Move through your flow. We'll meet in downward facing. Finding length and space in the spine. Seeing if you can draw the hips maybe even a little bit higher. And draw the belly back gently down towards the thighs. Take one more breath here. And one more breath out. As you inhale, take your right leg high. Knee to belly on the exhale, squeeze. Inhale, lengthen the leg. Exhale, knee to belly, squeeze. Inhale, find length. Exhale, squeeze, round forward into that plank shape. And then hover the shin down and pull it up. 2 more, hover down. Pull it up. 1 more, hover. Pull it up. Lower it all the way and step the left foot through. From here, hands to top of left thigh or circle sweep them up and overhead. And then really press down through the pubic bone and feel the hips squaring here. Feel really strong in both legs. And then from here, just begin to tuck your right toes, lift your right knee and hover it like an inch or 2 off the mat, holding 3, holding 2, 1, press through the ball of the right foot, lengthen the leg. Okay, we're gonna bend the knee and hover again. We're gonna hold 3, 2, 1, lengthen the leg. This time we hover, we hold, we get low for 3, 2, 1. Stay here, left fingers around right wrist, up and over towards the left. Holding, breathing, feel the side body stretching. And then come through center and lengthen the leg. Very nice. Take a deep breath in here. And a deep breath out here. Bring your hands to your hips, start to press into the ball of the left foot, lengthen the leg. Maybe step the right foot in a little bit. So we want to really square the hips off first and feel the length in the spine, really hug the low belly in. And then begin to shift yourself forward, so the crown of your head rather forward, so your spine is long, 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 long. And maybe your hands stay where they are. Maybe you have space for blocks or even the mat. And you find your pyramid, 2 big breaths. One more big breath here. On your next breath in, bend into the left knee. Begin to walk your fingers in front of your left toes and launch your right toe back behind you. Now you can stay here, or when and if you're ready, really press into the left foot, keep that right leg nice and active, and find warrior 3, hands through heart. Now I'm going to encourage you to stay with hands through heart because it will make these tasks easier, but you can choose a variation that works for you. If you'd like to move on, it's 3 taps. Fingertips come down towards the mat, and we lengthen. Fingertips come down. We find those wobbles pretty soon, and we lengthen. One more time, fingertips might tap down. We lengthen. Find your warrior 3. Everybody, big breath in. And as you're ready, bend into the left knee, standing tiny raise, rise up. Stay here or extend your right leg forward in space, holding for 3, 2, 1. Release the right foot, bend the knees, chair pose, Vinyasa. Take a big breath in. Breath out, forward fold. Find a little halfway lift, and then slide your right foot behind the left, finding that crossed ankle. And then lengthen the spine, and then fold back down. Find a little more space here. From here, begin to walk your hands over to the left side of your mat. Seeing if you can get more stretch into the right hip, into the glute. Take another breath here. And bring your hands back in through center. Now we're going to bend the left knee. Take the right knee directly back behind it. You can stay in the supported shakti or bring your hands to your heart. And we hold 3, 2, 1. See if you can press the right leg back behind you and then lower the toes, high crescent pose. Take a big breath in. Open up, warrior 2. Shift the right heel down. Pressing down into the left knee. Broaden across your heart. On your next inhale, reach your left fingers forward. Flip the palm. Reverse the warrior, take it up and back. Bring lengthen your left ribs. Inhale. Side angle pose as you exhale. Left hand to forearm to thigh, or slide the left hand down towards the mat. Right fingers reaching up and over your right ear. Spin your right heart space open. See if you can find a little more depth here in your left hip. Take another full inhale. Stay for the exhale. As you breathe in, gaze down at your left toes. Slide your left fingers forward a little, and then start to walk your right toes in towards your left heel until maybe you can begin to lengthen both legs. Ardha half moon. Maybe flex through your right toes. Find a variation that works for you and hold. Breathe. Stay with the breath here. Take another full inhale. On the exhale, we're going to square the hips down. Release the hands to the mat, find that supported warrior 3. And then cross the right ankle behind the left and find your fold. All right, from here, an option to stay, or we're going to bend into the knees. We're going to walk the hands forward till the knees are on their opposite triceps. Okay, or on their same side, sorry, your ankles are crossed, not your knees. That would not make sense. And then shift your weight forward. And begin maybe to lift 1 or more feet from the mat. Ankles cross crow. Just notice the difference. If you have a regular crow pose practice, you might notice that your feet feel a little heavier. Holding for 3. Holding 2. Release the left and then right foot down. Find your forward fold. Halfway lift. Unwrap the legs and fold. On your next inhale, find your halfway lift length and Vinyasa of choice. Float through to your downward facing dog. Modify your vinyasas, amplify them, or skip them as you need. Deep breaths here in your dog. And deep breaths out. 2 more inhales. 2 more exhales. On your next breath in, take your left foot high. And then just one time, bring your knee in towards your belly and pause and hold. See if you can really press your right heel down, feel activity in the leg. And then very slowly press into the palms, draw your left knee all the way in towards your chest, holding here for 3, holding here for 2, 1, release the shin down. Bring your right foot out in front of you, and maybe this time, come into this low lunge variation, so hands are on the mat, and start to peel your right heel, so the whole heel off of the mat. You can take your hands to your thigh, or maybe extend them up and overhead. Breathe again, feeling what changes in that calf muscle. Maybe you fall out like I just did. Really extending long into the heart here, pressing down through your hips. Take another inhale, and then lower the heel if you have it Let's do this, you guys. Tuck your left toes, lift your left knee, hover, hold 3. Hover, hold 2. Extend through the back leg, lengthen, and then stay or pick up your right heel once again. Holding 3. Holding 2. 1. Lower the heel, soften the left knee, get down low, hold 3. See if you can strengthen the arms up overhead. 2. 1. Lengthen the back leg, maybe pick up the right heel for 3. 2. 1. Lower the heel, lower left knee. Stay or take right fingers around left wrist and pull up and over towards the right for 3. 2. 1. Come through center, lengthen the back leg. 1 more time, pop that right heel up if you can for 3. 2. 1. Release it. Take your hands to your hips and lengthen your right leg. Scoot your back toes in, level off the hips. You can keep hands to hips, or if you have another variation, if you want to take reverse prayer, and slide your hands, palms together, up the spine. And then whatever you do, see if you can keep the spine long and come into your pyramid. Hands can come to blocks, books, your mat. They can stay on your hips. Be compassionate with your hamstrings. Find your own depth here. Deep inhales and exhales through the nose. On our next inhale breath, we're going to find a little halfway lift. And then I want you to take your left hand to the outer part of your right leg. So that might be somewhere on your shin, maybe ankle, maybe even the mat, the outside of the foot. And then take your right hand to your right hip, to your sacrum, or to the sky. So finding a revolved pyramid pose here. And just breathing into the depth that you have, being compassionate with yourself this morning. Take another full breath in. Release back into your pyramid pose on the breath out. Now from here, we're going to slide our gaze forward, walk your right fingers in front of your right toes, and then I want you to think about your left side body spiraling open. We're going to find half moon. So lengthen your left leg back and up behind you. From here, you can stay. This is a great and challenging place to be. Or begin to bend your left knee and your left elbow, drag them in, and then re-extend. 2 more times, knee to elbow. Woo, re-extend. Maybe you're holding, knee to elbow. Re-extend. Level off the hip, find warrior 3, hands to your heart. Press through both legs. Strong inhales here. Strong exhales. Your choice. Stay or tap the fingers down onto the mat. Lift back up. 2 more. Tap it down. Use your core strength and your legs. Lift up. 1 more time if you're going for it. Tap it down. Lift up. Pull your left knee in towards your belly. Whoa, right leg. Lengthen here. Or keep the knee bent or holding. 3, 2, 1. Step the left foot to meet the right chair pose. Take a big breath in. Forward fold, soften, release into the legs. Breathe out. On an inhale, find your halfway lift. And bring the left ankle behind the right. And then exhale, release a little more into the legs. Once again, we're going to walk our fingertips over to the right side of the mat. Breathe into the outer left hip and glute. Take an inhale here. Come back through center. Okay, bend into that right knee. Take the left knee and place it back behind. You can stay supported, Shakti, or reach your hands through heart. We're going to cycle through this a little bit if you'd like, or you can stay as you are. Okay, on your next inhale, lengthen your left leg maybe back behind you, and then draw the left knee back in. 2 more if you'd like. Lengthen, draw in. 1 more, maybe lengthen the leg, hold 3, 2, release your left toes down, high crescent pose. Inhale here, open up warrior 2, slide the back heel down. Take a breath in to reverse the warrior, up and back, lengthen out the right side rib cage. Side angle pose, float forward, over and down. Find space in your hips. Breathing in softly here. Take another inhale. And then exhale, release the hands down to the inside of your right foot, spin your left heel up. So we're in our active lizard. Breathe in here. Finding space in your legs. Draw that left hip forward, right hip back. 1 more breath in. We're going to find that fun transition into Skandasana. Hands reach back towards the and melt down Savasana, low side lunge to the back of the mat. Find your breath here. Deep inhales and exhales. One more full inhale. Wide-legged forward fold, toes in, heels out, release the belly towards the thighs. Find your breath. Soften into the face and the jaw. One more inhale here. And stay for the exhale. Find a halfway lift, lengthen. And then walk your hands back towards the top of the mat, bend the right knee, low lunge. Now from here, we're just going to walk our fingers forward and find that supported warrior three. Breath in, and then cross the left ankle behind the right and fold on the breath out. Option to stay in this fold. Option to find crow pose variation. I'm going to give you guys two to work with, so you can take that crossed ankle, knees to triceps variation of crow from here by just bending the knees and pressing them to the tops of the arms. Or, if you would like, point your right knee towards your right armpit and bring your left knee with it. So now your legs are like a tail. And then see if you can scoot your weight forward, keep your legs really strong like a tail, and lift your heels in and pull for 3, 2, 1. Release the feet wherever you are. Fold. Halfway lift, unravel the legs, and full release that down. On your inhale, find your halfway lift. Vinyasa of choice. We're moving through our flow, finding softness in our breath if we can. Even when the movements become more challenging, see if you can soften yourself back out. Find space in your body. 2 more breaths here. And 2 more breaths out here. On your next inhale, we're going to take our right leg high. And just one round, we're going to squeeze the knee in towards the belly and hold. Really press down through the left heel. Feel that hamstring and calf stretch, maybe feeling into the ankle and the foot a little. And then when you're ready, slide forward all the way into that plank shape, and we hold our knee up and towards our nose for 3, 2, 1. Strong core, lower the right knee down, swing the left leg through. Okay, hands can come to thigh. We're up and overhead, nice and strong. Biceps are inwards, pinky fingers spiral inwards. Pubic bone sinks down. Maybe you come up onto the ball of the left foot, lift the heel and hold. Find the breath here. Holding for another inhale. If you've lifted the heel, lower it down. Tuck the right toes, lift the right knee, hover, hold here for 3. Hover, hold here for 2. 1, lengthen the back leg, and then start to bring the left heel maybe off the mat, hover and hold for 3, 2, 1, lower left heel, lower right knee. Holding 3, holding 2, lengthen the back leg, maybe lift the left heel off the mat for 3, 2, 1, lower left heel, lower right knee to a hover. Left fingers around your right wrist, pull up and over towards the left side body for 3, 2, 1, come through center, lengthen the leg, maybe pick up the heel at 3, 2, 1, lower left heel, hands to hips, lengthen your left leg, walk your right toes in a little bit so that you can start to square your hips. Long spine, belly drawing in, and then maybe you can take hand variations of choice if you want. Reverse prayer, palms together, lift them up towards the shoulder blades perhaps if you have that space, and then really hugging together through the palms. Find that crown of head reaching forward. Okay, for me that's about as far as my reverse prayer is going to go this morning. But do what you need, blocks, books, mat. And then release into your fold. See if you can start drawing that right hip a little bit more forward. Press the left hip a little bit more back. Take another inhale here. Stay for the exhale. On your next breath in, find a little halfway lift. Take your right fingers to the outside edge of your left leg, foot, ankle, shin, whatever you can grab. And then left hand to your hip, sacrum, or reach it up towards the sky. Revolve pyramid. See if you can find more length as you twist a little deeper. See if you can find more release in your outer left hip and glute. One more breath here. Release back into your pyramid pose on the breath out. And then we're gonna think about our right side body opening. We're gonna walk our left fingers forward and we're gonna transition into half moon. So you're sliding your right side body open, pressing down into that left foot so that you can lift. Now you can stay in your half moon, or if you'd like, see if you can bring your right knee to your right elbow, squeeze in, and lengthen. It's harder than it sounds. Squeeze in. Gonna fall out and lengthen. You guys keep going. Squeeze in and lengthen. Take a big breath here. Very nice. And then release down into that supported warrior 3. If you have full warrior 3, stay. If you need to lift back up, come into it. Now again, you can stay with your warrior 3 or take those finger taps. You're going to tap the fingers to the mat and lift back up. We have 2 more like that. Tap it down and lift up. Or stay in your strong warrior 3. Tap down, lift up. Right knee into your belly pose, left leg on fire. Start to extend your right toes forward if you'd like for 3, 2, 1. Release them down to the mat. Sink your hips down, chair pose. Take a big breath in and forward fold as you breathe out. Take your halfway lift here and then take your right ankle behind the left. Find the cross of the ankles and hold. Take a big breath in. And breath out. Find your halfway lift and walk your fingers over to the left. Stretching into your right glute. Find your breath here. Find that length through your right side body. Come back into center. And now we have those challenge balance options. You can stay in a supported shakti squat. So you're going to bend your left knee, pull the right knee back behind it, and you can stay here with fingertips on the mat, or you can float them through your heart. You can stay here or begin to extend your right leg back and then hold the knee in. Extend back on the inhale, pull in, extend back, holding your breath for 3, not your breath, holding your pose and breathing for 2, 1. Step your right toes to the back of the mat, high pressing pose. Woo! Maybe lift your left heel off the mat, inhale, lower it down, warrior 2, extend open. Left knee is bending. Take a big breath in to reach your left fingers forward. Flip the palm. Reverse it. Take it up and back. Inhale here. Extended side angle as you exhale, releasing out over that left leg. And then think about if you were to drop your right shoulder down, see what happens if you pick it back up and spiral it open. So maybe drop it down, spiral it open. See if you can make more space. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Release both hands to the inside of your left foot. You might need to heel toe a little bit, make space. Drag that right hip gently forward, active lizard. Press through the top of the right thigh. 1 more inhale. Skandasana, back of the mat. Walk the fingertips towards the right, bend into the right knee, and lengthen through your left leg. Find a little space here in the legs. Holding. Breathing, stay with it when we're inhale. Wide-legged forward fold, fingertips come down, toes in, heels out. Melt the belly between the thighs. Take a full inhale here. And an exhale. Halfway lift when you're ready. Walk your fingertips to the top of the mat. So once again, we're finding that low lunge. And then walk them forward and come off of the right toe, supported warrior 3. Go ahead and cross the right ankle underneath or behind the left, and then find your fold. Take your halfway lift, and then decide you can come back into the fold, and that's a beautiful place to be, or bend the knees so that they're kind of like in a plie position with your ankles crossed, and bring your knees to your triceps for that crow variation, or concentrate only on the left side. So you're going to take your left knee and pretend your right foot and ankle is attached to the left. So they have to move as one. And then bring your left knee onto your left tricep. See if you can slide your weight forward. And then maybe squeezing the ankle. You draw the feet in towards your seat. And we're here for 3, 2, 1. Find your fold. All right, inhale, halfway lift. Wherever you are, release that right foot back. Uncross it from the left and fold back into the legs. This time, we're going to find pose. So sweep your fingertips on the mat, lower your seat, lift your heart, bend down deeply into the knees and lengthen the spine. Take a big breath in. Hands through heart center as you breathe out. From here, turn your torso towards the right, and then dip your left elbow towards your right knee. Now pick yourself back up through center, and turn your torso towards the left. Dip your right elbow. Come through center, and turn, and dip. Come through center, turn, and dip. You'll notice when you move this slow, your legs are burning. One more time, turn, and dip. Last side lift, turn, dip. Inhale, come back to your chair, reach the arms up. Exhale all the way down to your seat. Okay, we're not there for forever. From here, go ahead and walk your feet in a little bit so that your knees are pointing towards the sky. And then bring your hands around your shins and then lengthen your spine. So like pull your heart forward and up. Draw your shoulders down and back. So this is where I want you to stay with your spine. I want it to be nice and long. Your belly is in instead of rounding in to find your boat pose. And then you can stay. You can take hands back behind your hips to your hamstrings or float the palms. One shin, maybe both shins lift. Then we hold for 3. We hold for 2. 1, release into your low boat pose. Press your heels down in the way. Find your space here. Take a big breath in and breath out. High boat pose. Lift up. This time, maybe take your hands back and interlace them behind your head. If this doesn't work, you can let this go. From here, slide your right leg out long and then draw it in. Both legs out long. Find your low boat and draw it in. Woo! Left leg out long, falling out of spine, and draw it in. Low boat, both legs out long. We hold here. And then release everything down to the mat. All right, reach your fingertips up and overhead, point your toes. Take a soft breath into the front side of the body. And a breath out. As you notice, we've been challenging all kinds of balance this morning. So from here, you can stay. You can keep your arms by your hips if you'd like. Okay, so we're going to come back into a low boat shape. If you want, you can take your hands and interlace them behind your head. Thumbs trail down the back of the neck. And then from here, we're going to lift our right foot off of the mat, flex through the foot, and then lift head, neck, and shoulders. So it might look like this, okay? Might look like this. Now from here, you're going to pull your right knee in, and then you're going to hover it back down. So you may be doing this, and this is a great place to be. You're going to work the knee so that it's directly over your right hip, and your low belly stays engaged. Now, if you want more, you can have hands behind your head. You're going to do the same thing. That knee will pull in and out. If you still need more, hover the left heel at the same time, but only moving your right leg. Okay? All right, let's do it. Stretch your fingertips long. Give yourself one more big full body stretch. And then choose your hand variation. You don't have to be married to it. You can always change it as you move. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders. Maybe just lift your right heel. If the left wants to come with it, do that. And then pull the right knee up and over your right hip and extend the leg. All right, here we go. 9, 8, stay with it, strong low belly. 7, 6, 5, 4, stay with it. 3, keep breathing. 2, 1. Release both legs down. Release head, neck, and shoulders down. Stretch your fingers nice and wide. Now take your right ankle and place it on top of your left. So now your ankles are crossed. From here, we're going to do a similar thing. Hands can rest down by your hips. You can lift head, neck, and shoulders. Okay, or you can take that behind the head grip if it's serving you. We're going to keep both legs up. This isn't long. And you're going to bring your knees over your hips, just like our crow pose, and then extend out. Here we go. 5, 4, feel that sensation of your legs like the tail keep moving. 3, hello, low belly. 2, 1, draw the knees in, lengthen the legs out. Release the feet, reach the arms up. Overhead, pencil stretch, big breath in and breath out. Okay, your choice. Again, you can take your hands down by your hips. You can find that behind the head grip with the thumbs trailed down. We're gonna do the left side, hooray. So once you find where you need to be, lift your head, neck, and shoulders. Maybe both or maybe just the left heel lift off the mat. Flex through the toes for more activation, and then bring your left knee over your left hip. We're here for 10, 9, 8, 7, stay with your breath, strong low belly, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cross your left ankle over the right, reach your arms up and over, little pencil stretch. We're gonna finish this strong. Hands down by your hips or hands behind your head, whatever is most comfortable. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders, and then only 5. We're gonna bring our knees over our hips with our ankles crossed. So both knees in, legs long. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This time, see if you can get the legs long and just hold it for another full breath in, full breath out. Inhale, release. Stretch the fingers long. Stretch out your low belly. Find all of that space. And then from here, pull your knees in towards your chest. Very nice work. And maybe take a little rock and roll action on the spine, just like softly side to side, or lengthwise, whatever feels good. And then maybe start to press your sacrum back down towards the mat, finding a fuller version of your Asana. Releasing some of the energy and the work from the body. Just giving yourself permission to be here in your space. And then as you feel ready, we're going to release the feet back down onto the mat. And then my suggestion is either take your right ankle over your left thigh for figure 4, or if you would like, slide your right knee over the left. So always like crossing things for Gomukhasana. So either supine figure 4, right ankle over left thigh, or supine Gomukhasana, right knee kind of stacked over the left. And then you're going to draw your knees into your chest, both variations. If you're going to go Mukhasana, see if you can take peace fingers around your big toes and then draw the feet away from each other. Either posture is wonderful. You're going to get into that right hip and outer glute. All of the work that you did, just allowing yourself to appreciate your body, your breath, your movement. Stretching into the hips, slowing down the breath. Two more inhales. Big breath in. Breath out. Releasing the feet back down. And then finding that right ankle still crossed over the left if you would like. Reach your arms out nice and wide, bump your hips over to the right, and release the legs over towards the left. If a figure 4 variation of a twist is not in your practice this morning, you can stack the legs, you can stagger, you can take one long. Find a supine twist that works for your body. If this figure 4 variation feels good, see if you can really press down through the whole right foot. And then maybe use your left hand to just gently nudge that left leg a little bit. Just noticing where you have a little more space, or maybe where you're extra tight. And then see if you can feel the chest expanding as you lower your right ear, your right shoulder down to the mat. Two more breaths. One more full inhale. And full exhale. Bring the legs back to the center. And then when you're ready, uncross the right ankle. And then take your left ankle up and over the right. And then once again, you can stay with the supine figure 4 variation by drawing the knees in, or stack for that supine Gomukhasana, taking the left knee over the right. From here, either position, you're going to draw the knees in, and then keep the sacrum pressing down. If you're in supine Gomukhasana, maybe grab these fingers around the big toes, and think about stretching the feet away from each other. Really getting into that outer left hip and glute, just breathing here, pausing in it. Relishing in the stretch. Maybe making some peace with it if it's talking to you a lot and there's a lot of sensation. Soft gaze or closed eyes. Take 2 more breaths. One more big breath in. And breath out. Gently release the right foot back down if it's lifted. Left ankle will cross over the left thigh. Bump your hips over to the left, arms out like a T. Let your legs fall over to the right. Once again, if this variation of a twist does not serve you this morning, find something that does. You can always let this go. Drop your left ear down, left shoulder down, and see if you could create a little more space across your heart. Two more breaths here. One more big breath here. And then when you're ready, draw the knees back into the center. Release the left foot when you come back. Hug the knees in for a moment if that feels good. You can keep the knees together or even take hands to shins and just allow the knees to fall apart. Just finding a little space into the groin, into the hip flexors. Wherever you decide to go, just make it what you need. Take another full breath in through the nose. Empty it out through the mouth, let it go. And then if your knees are wide, bring them back to the center. Take a big in-breath to reach your arms up overhead. Let your legs fall open like a giant star on your mat. And maybe just roll the ankles and the wrists for a moment, just releasing any last little bits of tension. If being on your back does not serve you for this final stage of your practice, you can always take a comfortable seat or another position, maybe on your side that feels restful. And then when you're ready, let your hands come back down by your hips, releasing the movement from the legs, the wrists, the ankles, and just letting everything be heavy and still. See if you can release the need to hold on to any tension. Maybe in the hands or the fingers, if they're still gripping something, let it go. Give yourself this time to just reset, to find some stillness in your breath and your body. Give yourself that knowledge and gratitude that the work is done. Your job now is to relax, deepen your breath, Stay here on your back as long as you would like. Or if and when you're ready, you can gently start to bend the knees. Maybe wiggle the toes and fingers. And when you're ready to move on, just rolling softly to one side. Resting for a moment before pressing to a comfortable seat. If you want to stay on your back, please do. If you have that time, take it. And then begin to bring your hands either to the tops of the thighs if that's comfortable, or maybe connect them at heart center, pressing the palms together. Finding connection with the palms to something. Further connect to yourself and send gratitude into your body for showing up on your mat this morning. For your breath, your energy, your movement. My hands to my third eye in gratitude to all of you. Thank you for practicing with me and sharing your energy. Namaste. Nice work, everybody. If you have questions, as always, you can find me at Flex and Flow or at Jamie King Fit. Send me feedback. Let me know what you thought. Yeah, hopefully that was a fun one. And got some new crow transitions in there. Thanks, Michael. Good to see you this morning. Cool. Yeah, happy Saturday, everybody. And I hope your outer hips feel really nice for the rest of the day, for whatever that brings you. Stay safe if you're in the smoke. Thank you, Megan. Good to see you this morning. Okay. Oops.